Hello, my sweet friends. Today, I'm not here, obviously. So we're going to try something new. We're going to try and do our math lesson this way. Are we ready? Steady? Let's go. Here is your warm-up. Melanie started with $87 in her bank account. She put $231 into her account last week and then another $231. That would be beneficial, right? She put into her account last week and another $137 this week. What is the total amount Melanie now has in her bank account? All right. What you need to do, pause the video, do the math. Then when you're done, unpause the video and I'll tell you what to do after that. So pause the video. I'm waiting for you to pause. So pause the video. Have you paused? Yay. Welcome back. You unpaused the video because you saw the problem, right? So here we go. Melanie started with $87 in her bank account. She put in $231 into her account last week and another $137 this week. What is the total amount Melanie has in her bank account? So, what strategies did you use? Wait for you to raise your hand. You're like, Miss Smith, we can't raise our hand. This is a recording. You're right. I'll let you go on this one. So, what are we going to do? I'm sure most of you are like, I see some clue words here, and I hope you did. But did we use the clue words right? That is the question. So let's grab our pen. So what do we know? Melanie started with $87. She then put in $231 one week, and then another week she put in $137. After she put in those three amounts, with those three amounts, how much does she have in her bank account? Now, some of those clue words, that total amount, we talked about that. Clue word, total amount, it could go for addition or subtract, addition or multiplication, right? Yeah. So if it can go for addition or multiplication, then the next question we have to ask ourselves is the amount that Melanie put into her bank account each week, is that amount the same or is that amount different? Are they equal groups or are they different groups? Great question, Miss Smith. I'm glad you're asking this. I'm glad you're letting me ask these questions. I feel the freedom to ask whatever I want in class right now. So, are those amounts the same or are they different? And why does it matter? I'm going to stop. Think about that question. You're correct. They're different. Now, why does it matter? If we're looking at the amounts between them all of three amounts being exactly the same or all three amounts being different. Why does that matter? Well, it matters is if week 1, she started with $87 and then week 2, she put $87 in. And then week 3, she put another $87 in. What operation could we do? Because I'm going to be quiet. You're right. We can multiply. We can multiply because they're equal groups. Now, because these are not equal groups, can we multiply? No, unfortunately not. I mean, we're loving multiplication right now. Like, you guys are clicking, you're flowing. Life is great in the multiplication world, but we don't have equal groups, so we can't do that. So it's straight up addition. So if we're adding, what are we going to add? We're going to add 231, 137, 37, and 87. Now, if you look at my board, I went ahead and I organized my numbers just from the greatest to the least. It's easier that way. Definitely easier for Miss Smith. We've talked about how Miss Smith really needs to visualize the whole shebang. For Miss Smith, I really need to organize my numbers from the largest number down to the smallest. When we're adding, it really doesn't matter. We talked about that before. Doesn't necessarily matter. I get it. I know. But if we get used to organizing our numbers from the greatest to the least, then we're going to be used to organizing those numbers the same way for addition or subtraction. Multiplication, well, division is different, but we'll be used to doing it. So let's just get into the habit of organizing it from the largest, the greatest, to the least, the smallest. Now that we've organized our numbers, let's add those amounts up. 1 plus 7 plus 7, that is 15. I know I chunk my numbers. We talked about that before. I'm 7 plus 7, 14 plus 1, 15. Put my 5 in the ones column, carry my 1. Oops, carry my 1. Now we have 3 plus 3. Oh, I know that's 6. 6 plus 1, 7. And 7 plus 8, we're back at 15. Put the 5 in the tens column, because we're in the tens column. We put the 5 in the tens column, carry our 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. What is the total amount Melanie has? Well, our good friend Melanie has $455. Do you think she can lend it to us? We could ask, right? So there were 2 parts to this. You had to solve it. That's the biggest part. But the second part was you had to put these numbers in those little boxes. And on our TFAR test, not too long ago, Ms. Smith is going to make a couple of extra boxes. On our TFAR test, not too long ago, we had a problem pretty similar to this, where you had to answer the question and put the answer in boxes. And I'm hopefully just making all of y'all happy. Look at Miss Smith drawing these boxes, and it's just, life is so good. Or we're just using the shape tool, whatever. All right, I know you're like, Miss Smith, you're wasting our time. I know. Okay, here we go. Should have had it already done, I know. But we're not re-recording this video. Miss Smith has already done this like 5 times, so whatever happens, happens this time. All right, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to put our numbers into these boxes? We need to look at these boxes as place value. So this box, our ones column. The middle box, tens. And the third box, the far left box, is our hundreds column. Now, the only time we will ever use this right here, this decimal point, actually, let me change my pen color so you can see that a little bit differently. The only time we're ever going to really use this decimal point is if we're talking about money, or when we get up into like even bigger, fancier math, but we're in 3rd grade. We're solid. Now, are we talking about money? Absolutely. But we're talking about dollars. And usually we use we always use a decimal point when we're talking about dollars and change. Melanie didn't have any change. So it's solid dollars all the way through. If she had some, we would have a few more boxes, and then we could worry about the decimal point. There we go. So what is our total amount? So it's 455. I already filled it out down here, but let's fill it out right here. How many groups of 100? I have 4 groups of 100. How many groups of 10? I have 5 groups of 10. And how many ones? I have 1. So that is how we fill it out. Now, a couple of weeks ago, like I said, on that TFAR test, you had, I'm going to quickly erase these, you had an answer that was 20. If we put 20 right here, that's not, what is that going to show? That's going to show 2 groups of 100 and 0 tens. It's going to show that we're building 200 and not 20. So when we are working with boxes like this, always think of those boxes as part of place value. If we do that, the 0 would go here, the 2 would go here, and then we would just put a 0 right here as a placeholder. So, and it's on the STAR test, so we have to talk about it. Are you going to like fail 3rd grade if you don't put the 0 right there? No. Do we need to get used to doing it? Absolutely. So let's get used to it. Building our bridge. All right, I'm going to pause this, erase this board. I'll meet you on the next slide. There we go. Welcome back. I erased the other slide. So let's look at our Ready, Set, Grow for today. Today, we are continuing to work on dividing numbers into equal groups. Why are we doing this? We're doing this so we can find the quotient, think back to our vocabulary words, by making equal groups. Notice a theme? See that theme? Right there, equal groups, equal groups. I know I've got it. If I can correctly solve a division problem by creating equal groups, so we're, once again, there's equal groups, and explain my reasoning. What is our thought process? Why did we do this? That is the question. Here we go. Remind me I need to go back and delete the information on that slide. Brain hiccup. Let's start with our first word, division. Division, right here, breaking up a number into equal parts. Remember that equal parts right there. That is the key. Now, dividend. Remember, Titan had that great divide into. Love it. Let's keep using that. Dividend is that total number in a division problem, that whole number, that large number that we're going to divide into. Dividend, divide into. So our example, we're using 42. Our dividend is 42. We're going to break 42 up into equal groups. But how many equal groups? That's where we go visit our friend, Mr. Divisor. The divisor tells us how the dividend is being divided, how many equal groups we will break that 42 up into. That divisor will say, 42, you're going to break that up into 6 equal groups. That is what the divisor does. It tells us exactly how many groups we need to create. And after that, I shouldn't say we don't have to think, because we have to think. But if we look at the dividend as being that whole number that we're going to have to break up into equal groups, and our divisor telling us, hold up, this is the amount of groups you have to create, it helps us to organize our thought process a little bit better. It's almost like math text structure. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And finally, quotient. Quotient is the answer to a division problem. So 42 divided by 6, so 42 into 6 equal groups, broken up into 6 equal groups. How many? So if we're talking about 42 apples, and we put those 42 apples into 6 equal groups, how many apples are in each group? Well, our quotient tells us that it is 7. So the quotient is just the answer. It's telling us how much it is. I'm going to pause right here, erase my board, And then I'll meet you on the next. So this is just a quick review of what division is. It's breaking the number up into equal parts. And then we have just quick reminders of our the other 3 vocabulary words. Dividend, the number being divided, the number being broken apart. Divisor, how many equal groups we are creating. And the quotient, the answer to the division problem. So let's work through this together. Gina had a package of 32 stickers to put on 4 posters. She put the same number of stickers on each poster and used all of the stickers in the package. How many stickers did Gina put on each poster? So we can do this 2 different ways. Technically, we can do it 3 because we did talk about the strategy of repeated subtraction. But let's first model. Let's first model, and then we will do the others. What do we know about this problem? I'm waiting on you to answer, and it's like they're not here. They can't answer, Miss Smith. We know that Gina has 32 stickers. She has 4 posters. So that 32 is being broken up into 4 equal groups. She put the same number of stickers on each poster. Oh, that's a key word. I agree. And she used all of the stickers. So how are we going to break this up? What is our dividend? Sorry, brain hiccup. What is that total amount? Correctamundo, it is 32. What is our divisor? I almost said quotient. What is our divisor? 4, because that's how many posters we have. We have 4 posters. So our dividend, 32. That's a whole number we're breaking up. Our divisor, 4. That's how many posters we have. So how many stickers are on each poster? So we can just model it out. Or if you have that automaticity, we know that 4 times a number, but you might not know that number yet, equals 32. Now, once again, if you have the automaticity, 4 times what equals 32, you will know what our quotient is because you can just fill it in. But if you don't, it's cool. We're good. We can work through this. Just remember, breathe it out, guys. Breathe it out because it's just we're kicking up subtraction a notch. We're kicking up multiplication a notch. It's just division. All right? If Miss Smith can do it, you can do it. So I'm going to change my pen color a little bit. And I'm going to first start by modeling it out. So I need to put 32 stickers on these 4 posters. Now I'm going to put 32 stickers on poster 1, 32 on poster 2, 32 on poster 3, and 32 on poster 4. No, that's going to give me way too many stickers. I had to put all of those 32 stickers onto break those 32 stickers up onto those 4 posters. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I done? Nope. Got to keep going till I get to 32. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Am I done? Nope. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Now I am done. So let's look. How many stickers are on each poster? Poster 1 has 8 stickers. Poster 2, I'm counting them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Poster 2, 8 stickers. Does poster 3 have 8 stickers? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 8. Yes, poster 3. They all have 8. I shouldn't say all. poster 4 could be our one that throws us all off. You never know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all have 8. Isn't that neat how that works? When you break them up into equal groups, each group has the same number. So 32 divided by 4 equals 8. How many stickers are on each poster? 8. 4 times 8 equals 32. Great job. All right, so let's look at the next problem. And now you have it on Draw It Yourself. So you can work through this with me. A group of 48 students played a game with hoops. An equal number of students shared each hoop. So we're going to have to break something up. I'm not sure. And down here it says, what division equation would help you solve this problem? So what is our dividend? That number we're going to break up. What are some things we know? We know we have 48 kiddos, but it doesn't tell us how many hoops there are. But it is modeled. So we can go and look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 48, and there are 6 hoops. So 48 divided by 6, 48 broken up into 6 equal groups, equals how many? How many students are going to share each hoop? We can do it through multiplication. 6 times equals 48. Or we can model it out. Let's model it out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Not even done. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. All right, so we have our 48. It's broken up into 6 equal groups. Now the question is, how many students are in each group? Let's count and see. Let me change my pen color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 kiddos here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kiddos here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kiddos. Ooh, it's looking like 8 is for the win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, our last one. Is it going to be a winner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is great. So 48 divided by 6 equals 8. 8 kiddos in each group. 6 times 8 equals 48. All right. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, next question. Josiah has 20 tennis balls. He shares them equally with 4 friends. How many tennis balls does each friend get? So what are some things we know? We know that we have 20 tennis balls, and he is breaking them up into 4 equal groups. What division problem can we create? 20 divided by 4 equals, we'll have to figure that out. We could also use multiplication. 4 times a number equals 20. So, sorry, my eye's itching. Sorry, you're like, I don't need to hear that, Miss Steph. How many balls are there? Now, this one, they have already broken this up for us a little bit differently. They've actually modeled this in, dare I say it? Hooray for the array. I know, I'm the funniest. They've already broken this up into an array for us. We know arrays are arranged by rows, horizontal rows, think of a road, and columns, up and down, vertical. So how many rows do we have? Let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's supposed to be how many equal groups we're supposed to create, right? I know what you guys are thinking. I've been with you enough. I know what you guys are thinking. Miss Smith, I think the answer is right there. I think you might be right. So if they're already broken up into 4 equal rows, well, let's make sure. Are there the same number of tennis balls in each row? Yes, there are. Now we need to just make sure how many tennis balls there are. We might have this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many tennis balls are in row 1? Correct. There are 5. How many tennis balls are in row 2? Yes, there are 5. What about row 3? I know. What about row 4? I know. Hooray, hooray. So we have 20, that whole amount, divided into 4 equal groups. How many tennis balls are in each group? 5. I know. We're alive. 4 times 5 equals 20. Great job. So this last one, Emma has 30 apples in her store. She will put these apples in 5 baskets. She will put this same number of apples in each basket. So think back to how we just solved the previous problem. Think this is going to work? Fingers crossed. How many apples will Emma put in each basket? What I want you to do is I want you to pause. After you pause, you're going to solve the problem. Then we're going to come back and work it together. All right. What is your answer? So we know we have 30. We're breaking it up into 5. So our division problem is 30 divided by 5. If we look at each of our answer choices, 30 divided by 5, which one can we just like, you're out of there, buddy, because you don't match 30 divided by 5? Correct. It is D, because it's 30 divided by 7. We don't have 7 baskets. We have 5. So we can go ahead and get rid of answer choice D. Now we only have 3 to look at. A lot better. Now, each of those are 30 divided by 5, 30 divided by 5, and 30 divided by 5. How many rows of apples? Yes, there were 5 rows. How many apples are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 apples in each row. So how many apples were in row 1? We're just making sure. Just making sure. Chick-a-doodles. There's 6. How many apples were in row 2? 6. What about row 3? 6. What about row 4? 6. What about row 5? 6. So how many apples do we have? How many apples are in each row? 6. So 30 divided by, broken up into groups of 5 equals 6. Sorry, my hand is getting a little shaky here. Then we could also say 5 times an unknown number equals 30. Well, we know it's not an unknown number because it's 6. 5 times 30 equals 6. We could also check that really quickly by counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 30. Now, which of these matches what we just came up with? 8. Was 8 our quotient? Nope. Get rid of 8. What about 9? Was 9 our quotient? Nope. You're out of there. C, 6, because 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Great job. 1 second. I'm going to erase this. Okay. So obviously you're not doing breakout rooms today. Pretend like you are. Thumbs up. What are we doing? What work do you have to do on your own? Liliana has 24 candles in her store. She will put these candles in 3 bags. She will put the same number of candles in each bag. So you're looking candies, not candles. Yes, Miss Smith, you are winning today. She has 24 candies in her store. She will put these candies into 3 bags. 3. And she will put the same number of pieces of candy into each bag. So it's very, this one is very similar to what you just did. So think back to what you just did. Look at the array. That array is going to help you a lot. All right. There are 32 ducks in 4 ponds. Each pond has the same number of ducks. How many ducks are in each pond? So you are going to create a division equation. What is our dividend? Ask yourself. What is our divisor? How many ponds are there? And then you're going to find the quotient. If you look at how it's organized, guys, light bulbs should be going off right now. Next one, odd one out. You're going to look at each of these. Our equation is 18 divided by 2 equals 9. Which one of these pictures does not match 18 divided by 2 equals 9? So you need to look at both of these and identify which one does not match 18 divided by 2 equals 9. You can put an X on it. You can circle it. You can put a big check mark. You can put a smiley face, whatever you want to put. Just put it on the picture. You guys are rocking it. All right, last one. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. So you're going to look at each of these pictures, each of these models. Which one of these models does not represent 18 divided by 6 equals 3? Put an X on it. Put a circle it. Check mark. Smiley face. However you want to answer it. Just answer the correct one. All right. And then your exit ticket. Drum roll, please. Mandy has 42 baseball gloves in her store. She will put these gloves on 7 shelves. She will put the same number of gloves on each shelf. How many gloves will Mandy put on the shelf? This one, you got this. You are going to rock this. I know you do. Okay, chickadoodles. Finish it. Make sure you hit submit. Because I don't get it if you don't hit submit. You don't get the points unless you hit submit. Class Dojo points. So, all right. Love you all. Love you. ELA. You have to do ELA also. And work on any overdues or unmastered, please. This would be a great birthday present for Miss Smith. If you do overdues and unmastereds. Let's get that number up. Okay. Love you all. Hasta la pasta. Bye.